Republican Utah Representative John Curtis joins us now. Congressman, thanks so much for talking with us tonight. Let's start with today's bombshell of a hearing. You were one of the 35 House Republicans who voted in favor of a bipartisan January 6th commission last year. What was your reaction to what we heard today?
Well, I did listen, and I listened very carefully, and I found myself wishing we would have had that original bipartisan commission, because I think it would have added a lot of credibility. I think a lot of people would have liked to see questions asked by way of a cross-examination. Not that the witness wasn't extremely credible. I just think that would have been helpful.
So you don't consider it to be bipartisan, even though you have two Republicans on the committee?
Well, you know, I think everybody would like to see at least some pushback, some questions asked. Here again, it was an extremely credible witness, but you always want to hear from the other side, right?
What would you have liked to have asked?
Well, I would have not necessarily asked this witness a question, but I would have asked a long time ago, who's in charge of House security? Why weren't we better prepared? Who made those decisions? Who made the decision not to call the National Guard? All questions that we've not had a chance to have an answer to. I'd love to see Nancy Pelosi before the committee.
How have the January 6th hearings played in your community?
Well, I think many people, if you ask them, they care right now. I mean, at the time, they were very interested. At the time right now, they care about gas prices. They care about inflation. They care about the war. And I don't think a lot of them are watching, quite frankly.
I want to turn now to the issue of abortion and the Supreme Court ruling on Roe v. Wade. Today, Utah state courts cleared the way for a law banning abortions after 18 weeks, but put the trigger law, which would ban all procedures, on hold. If abortions do get banned in your state, are there additional resources that you're advocating for that could potentially help young families in need?
Well, listen, I've said ever since this appeared that it was going to be overturned, that we must start answering some questions about assistance that we're giving women with unwanted pregnancies or unexpected pregnancies. I think it's time that we ask some questions about accountability for fathers. And I think those are all very, very important questions as we turn this corner in the United States.
These, of course, are major issues for all Americans, but how do they weigh against everyday pocketbook issues? I know that you mentioned gas prices, and that's something that your constituents are certainly worried about. I would imagine inflation as well. But for voters in your district, how does this all play out, and what's the weight or value put on it?
So we're a very, very conservative state. I can't say everybody here is pro-life. Many are. Of course, we've had a trigger law in place. And so I think a lot of people are pleased with the decision. They're ready for the trigger law. And then beyond that, they go back to gas prices and inflation and the economy.
And Congressman, before I let you go, just one more. I just wanted to kind of circle back on the hearing today, because I know you gave your reaction, but I am curious if anything that you heard surprised you or anything that kind of jarred you.
Well, I must say the testimony about what happened in the car with the president is a perfect example of wait a minute, I want to know more, right? Like it almost seemed like we went over that very quickly. I would love to know more about that, and I'd love to have more people. And here again, that's where we lose the advantage of additional people that we could call as witnesses, or the Republicans might call as a witness. But I think that was very sobering, what we heard about what happened in the president's automobile.
It sounds like we may hear more as potentially the Secret Service will give testimony. So, okay, Utah Congressman John Curtis, we thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you coming on the show.
Absolutely.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.